This is Zichru Daf Simanim Gemara Sanhedrin Daf Dalid. And Dalid, of course, is going to be our delas, our door. So we have a picture over here. We have a classroom. The door barges in a Talmud holding a container of milk. Now that container of milk is critical, as it's going to prove to us that everyone must hold Yeshem Lemikra. Why? Says the Torah, L'Savashal Gedi B'Chalev Imai. So it must be that it goes B'Chalev in the milk. Milk, it could have said B'Chalev Imai, in the mother's fat. How do we know to read the pasuk B'Chalev? Yeshem Lemikra, it goes by the way that we pronounce it. So this Talmud runs into class with the milk to prove through the deles, the door, Taftalin in Sanhedrin, that everyone knows Yeshem Lemikra. The Rebbe here is busy teaching that there are 5 different Tanaim that hold Yeshem Lemikra. Rebbe is Arkis, Rav Yehuda is the case of Shvuas. Bishama is the case of throwing the blood. Rav Shimon is the case of Sukkah Gimel Defanais. Rav Kiva is Ravias Tam. Is going to be from 2 different Mason. And then the Gemara is going to conclude, as you see, there's a Talmud, he woke up a little bit late, he's putting on tefillin in class, not so nice. But he has written on his arm, Toitafais, Toitafais, Toitafais. So he is going to be able to prove that, believe it or not, there will be some opinions that say Yesh Eim L'Misaires, that it doesn't go by the way that it is pronounced, but rather by the Messiah, the way that it is written in the Torah. So Daf Dalit, our door, barging into the classroom. When we think of Sanhedrin and Dalit and the door, we have to start thinking of Yeshem Lemikra, Yeshem the Messiah. He's holding a container of milk. Just remember that container of milk. What does that container of milk show us? Everyone's going to hold that. It goes by the way that you say it, not by the way that is written. The Rebbe teaching the 5 different Tanaim that agree. And finally, the boy that shows up late putting on his tefillin, that's going to prove there are opinions that hold Yeshem L'Misaires. Let's go a little bit deeper. The 5 Tanaim that hold Yeshem L'Mikra, says Rav Yechon, 5 different Tanaim that it goes by the way that it is pronounced, not the way that it is written. Rebbe says 5 Dayanim for Dinim Aminis. That's our Mishnah. That's how we get involved in this conversation. Yarshi On, which is plural, even though it might be spelled otherwise. If you'd have been right, a woman is metameh for 2 weeks, not 70 days. Why? Shivu'ayim, 2 weeks. Even though it could have been read as Shivim. Beishami says by Achatas, you have to take the blood 4 times in the Mizbeach. Rav Shimon requires 3 walls for a sukkah. Why? Because it says Ba'asukkah is 3 times, all in the plural, even though it's maybe not written with the extra vav. And Rav Akiva says Ravias of Dam from Shtei Mesim is metameh through Ayal Nafshais is pronounced, even though maybe not written in the plural. The 5 Tanaim of Yeshem L'Mikra. Point number 2 is L'Savashal Gedi Daf Dalid. What is barging through the door? The Talmud with container of milk. L'Savashal Gedi B'Chalev Imai. Says Rav Achbar Yaakov, everyone has to hold Yeshem L'Misaires. Yeshem Lemikra. Everyone's going to hold the way that you say it. No one's going to hold that it means that you can't cook it in the mother's fat. Everyone must agree it means that it means you can't cook it in the milk. Says the Gemara, no, we can prove from Taitafais, Rukol Zacharcha, that there are, believe it or not, opinions that hold it goes by the Messiahs, it goes by the way that it is written. There are Tanayim, Yeshem L'Messiahs. The Torah says the head's full 3 times, Taitafa is twice without a vav, 1 with a vav, says Rabbi Yishmael. 1 plural and 2 singular, total of 4. That's our tefillin shel roish with 4 compartments. Kiva says, no, we don't need this because the word tat means 2 and pas means 2, and that's how you know 4. But what do we see from here? We see that Rabbi Yishmael, believe it or not, holds Yeshem L'Misaira. Concludes the Gemara, Tanaim only argue that Yeshem L'Mikra, where there's a chilik, where there's a difference between the Mikra and the Messiahs, where there's a difference between the way it is written and the pronounced one. But just with regard to Chilev and Chalevi Mai, the rain identically, everyone is going to agree Yeshem L'Misaira, the Mikra, everyone is going to agree the way that you read it. But over here, when it could be 2 different ways, that is where there will be the machlekes. So you have Sanhedrin, Daf Dalid, what is barging through the door? The boy holding the container of milk. Why? Proving Yeshem L'Mikra L'Svashal Gedi B'Chalev Imai. You don't cook in milk and meat together. The Rebbe teaching the 5 different Tanaim that hold of Yeshem L'Mikra. But finally, we concluded that we see from the Sugya of Taitafais, there will be opinions that hold Yeshem L'Messiahs, teaching us the 4 compartments. So the Gemara is going to differentiate between the different cases of Mikra Messiahs, Daf Dalid, the Delis, Gemara Sanhedrin.